Mention the Cape Cod town of Falmouth, and what comes to mind? Beach roses, charmed harbors, the Woods Hole ferries, perhaps. But there's another side to Falmouth, one that may not be apparent to the crowds at Old Silver Beach.
It's not just beaches and seashells and lighthouses. Use your legs first, then your arms.
Ben Haas, an instructor at Wellstrong, a Falmouth gym geared toward those recovering from addictions, like Haas himself.
I'm from New Hampshire, but when I decided to get some help, I came to Cape Cod.
Haas is just one of many who have come to Falmouth, hoping to turn their lives around. Falmouth is said to have more sober homes per capita than any other town in the Bay State. How many? Well, some say around 40, others 50. That's the thing. No one really knows. Sober homes can be opened by anyone in any neighborhood at any time, and they don't have to be registered with the town or state, leaving some Falmouth residents with a lot of questions.
This is Chronicle on WCVB Channel 5.
Many of these places are putting 4 people in a bedroom, and that is against the law, and it's been against the law for a long time, and nobody has done anything.
And I just can't wrap my hands around the concept of having housing for people that really need to be taken care of, where there's no required certification. I think this is an awful idea.
When people think of the Cape, I love that they think of it as a beautiful vacation spot, because that's what we are. But we're also a real community. Just like anywhere else, those real people have some real problems.
There has unfortunately been a lot of misinformation.
Megan English Braga, an attorney, chairs the Falmouth Board of Selectmen. She moderated a recent special town meeting called to address questions about the growing number of sober homes in Falmouth.
I think for a very long time, it was something that a lot of people in town didn't even really think about, because if a sober house is run well, you probably don't even know it's in your neighborhood.
Problem is, some sober homes aren't run well. Lax oversight can lead to overcrowding, noise complaints, even overdoses. The Boston Globe recently conducted an investigation into a former sober home in Wakefield, where the remains of a former resident were discovered buried in the backyard.
Lakeshore Retreat was not a sober house. They were running it like a program. They confiscated your phone and your laptop. That's not a sober house.
Richard Winnant is a stickler for definitions. After all, he's former president of the Massachusetts Alliance for Sober Housing. What's more, he operates another sober house a half-mile away from the grisly scene in Wakefield.
Sober housing is independent living with structure and support.
7 years into recovery, Winnant was seized by the idea that he wanted to help others. He quit the corporate life and bought a former nursing home on Lake Quinnipiac in Wakefield.
I worked for companies like Oracle and IBM, and I often say that my worst day here is better than my best day in corporate America.
Kelly House is home to 28 men, each required to attend recovery meetings, look for work, and submit to urine tests. In return, they get a supportive, safe place to start rebuilding their broken lives. The view is not half bad either.
I thought, how about a nice house in a nice neighborhood? About treating people with respect.
I wish I'd done this like 20 years ago.
Jack Walsh, a union laborer, has lived at Kelly House for over a year. After a life spent behind the 8 ball, he feels he's finally seeing his way clear.
It's beautiful, it really is. It's awesome, it's a lot to be grateful for. I feel good, I feel healthy again.
For all the good they can do, sober homes are not always welcomed into neighborhoods with open arms.
Before we opened, one of our neighbors came out and literally wagged their finger and said, "You're not opening one of those places in Wakefield."
But Winnant persisted, intent on proving his tenants could be good neighbors.
To make a long story short, literally 6 months later, her husband was taking people fishing out on his boat, our residents.
I love being sober. But I love helping people, and I find that here, that's what it's all about.
John Flaherty is the live-in manager here at Kelly House, offering some hard-earned guidance. He is, after all, a former resident, 4 years off the pain pills.
And there is nothing better than watching someone come in with all their belongings in one hand and then leave here a year and a half later with the job, with the car, with another place to live, and they're getting their life back. It's just an awesome feeling.
And it's important to note that sober homes are not halfway houses, right? Halfway houses have a 24/7 staff. They have clinical therapy teams. They have oversight by government agencies. So they're a fairly bit more regimented than a sober home.
Right, where sober homes are less restrictive. Residents pay rent. They live independently and they within the house rules, and they also have the support there from their peers.
Important distinction. All right, up next, the fight to stay open at Rise Above.